Hey, this is Avish Parashar from SpeakingExpert.com. Have you ever been on a phone call with a client, a prospect who seems really interested in hiring you, but you've been talking for a while, you're talking about logistics, details, the point of everything you're going to do, and they're really excited, but they don't seem to be coming around to the question of fee. Well, someone just asked this question recently, and they actually got off that call, and then they posted the question to the Facebook group for speakers saying, how do you approach this? Because they seemed really interested. We talked about dates and they want to move ahead, but they didn't mention fee. Do you think they expect me to do this for free? Now, here's the sobering thing for you as a speaker. Yes, many people will assume that we as speakers do this for free because the exposure, because we have something to sell, and simply because they don't understand the speaking business. But it can be awkward when you're the one bringing up the topic of fees. So my suggestion to you is to use a little bit of humor when talking about fee, and here's how I do it. If I've been talking with someone, and this happened to me recently, when I'm talking to someone and they seem really interested and they're excited, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty where we're talking about logistics and dates and me sending them write-ups and things like that, I like to use a little bit of humor to broach the topic of fees in a way that makes it natural and also helps with expectations. So if we've gotten to that point, I'll say, hey, listen, before we both get too much more excited about this, we should probably talk about fees to make sure that we're not like $50,000 apart. Now, obviously, my fee is not $50,000. So that broaches a little humor. It shocks them for a moment. And then after a pause, I say, oh, don't worry, my fee's not that high. And there's a little bit of laugh. And when I've done this multiple times, the person at the other end chuckles a little bit like, oh, that's good. One time I did it and the person said, oh, that's good to hear because the last person we talked to, the fee was over $10,000 and that was a non-starter. So the fee goes way up. And now I'm saying, but seriously, here's kind of what I would charge. You have a budget in mind. So it uses a little humor to broach the topic. It makes expectations go all out of whack. And it gets that out there. The key here, however you do it, bring up the fee question. If you don't, then chances are you're going to be wondering after you get off the line. You might end up doing a lot of work like putting together a proposal and sending over descriptions and write-ups and references. And then only to find out, have them say, oh yeah, no, we don't pay speakers. You're much better off getting it out of the way on that first call. Use a little humor, and it'll be much easier. So hope that helped. This was Avish Parashar from SpeakingExpert.com. For more tips and blog posts and videos, as well as a free PDF download of 7 steps you can take to get paid speaking work in the next 90 days, be sure to visit SpeakingExpert.com.